this month is a really big month for reinvention. I feel like I can finally get out of my way and do my own things. Before, I think I was just kind of relying on life happening to me. It is November 28th. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm out here with my winter coat. I think November was probably the most eventful month I've had this year. My first goal was to enjoy the foliage. I feel like I did enough of this. I didn't get to go to like Central Park or like Washington Square Park and like really just indulge in trees and nature and stuff. I didn't realize how early the sun started setting, and so after I would do those things, I'd plan to go to Central Park and it'd be like dark outside, but I was still able to enjoy it in my own neighborhood, like locally. And that's another thing I've realized. Like, I think it's really hard to feel like festive or just kind of cozy in a city. Like, a few of my friends intentionally went out of their way to like go up to Vermont or upstate and do cute fall activities, and like that's a big thing that I miss about living in like a slower pace environment. My second one was to enjoy something crafty. Okay, what I was going to do was do watercolor paints, but what I ended up doing was buying this gigantic New Yorker puzzle from the Christmas market. I'll get into this in the next part, but I think a lot of November was kind of like pivoting and just changing plans whenever I felt like it. I wanted to watercolor, and like I went and bought all the supplies, but then I went and like returned them. And I think what I'm learning is I can't force myself to do something if my heart isn't fully in it. And the more I do that, the more I try to force it, the more I'm slowing myself down. If I stuck with it and was like, okay, I'm not gonna get around to something crafty unless it's watercoloring, I probably would have never done anything crafty at all. But since I was like, you know what, I'm open-minded to trying something else, I still was able to meet my goal. And like, when I saw it, I immediately beelined toward the stall, and I was like, I have to buy this. For those who've watched me for a while, you know those New Yorker puzzles have gotten me through some fucking times. I had 2 in Chicago. Those were things I gravitated towards when I just like didn't want to think about my life. I think bringing that here in New York is full circle. It's nice. Yeah, it feels really cozy. And even though I have literally 0 space, I'm like setting it up on this like board that came out of my closet when I moved in. I still am making space for the things that I love, physically too. Okay, my third one, say yes to something spontaneous. This month was so packed with spontaneous plans that I like don't even know where to start. I think this is where all of like the eventfulness is coming from. I don't know how I manifested that, but I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna say yes to spontaneous plans. I'm gonna just run into them, they're gonna appear, and they fucking did. But then like, you have to remember, when I set that intention, I was like, that means I have to put myself in situations where life can work its magic on me. So I think the first example of that is when I went to that run club. If you watch my vlog, you know that I was just like not fucking with it. I was like, I don't want to go to this. I'm so glad I went, because when I went, I met this new friend. For some reason, I feel like my mom sent her because she was the only other girl in the group with blonde hair. She was like another full blonde Asian. And like, again, I don't really see a lot of full blonde Asians. We were just like getting to know each other like on the run, like talking about work, when we moved here, like roommates, lifestyle, hobbies, activities, like literally everything. And she was like, oh my gosh, like you should totally come to my office. I love where I work. And if you see any job listings that you like apply and I can refer you. So one thing led to another. And the next day I showed up at her office and she showed me around, and I loved it. I literally loved it. The next day, I spent 10 straight hours working on my resume and my creative portfolio, and I submitted my materials. And like, I didn't end up getting the job that I wanted, but if it weren't for that, I don't think I would have like gotten my shit together the way that I did. And I think it's because I had just never been able to visualize like what else my life could look like. I think it's really hard to visualize that when you don't know what the possibilities are. But like stepping into that space, like envisioning like, oh my gosh, I could have coworkers my age. I could work in a place that I loved. I could wake up, I could wake up 3 days a week and come into the office and see my friends. I guess I just like never really saw what that could be. And like, again, going back to my other point, like not being open-minded to what the possibilities would look like was slowing down my progress tremendously. But like, since seeing it and since being open-minded and being like, oh, well, like, you know what, I'm gonna change course. I was gonna apply for jobs in like January, but let me just check out this girl's office. She invited me to a rave the next weekend. And so I went to the rave, and then I met all of her other new friends. And then she like randomly suggested going to the Christmas markets, where I found the puzzle that I got. It just feels like such a blessing. So like, I don't know, it's just so crazy how like one thing led to another, even though like none of that was planned out at all. Then like last minute, my like art group, they said like, hey, I have one more ticket to the Phillips art auction tonight at like 5 p.m. Does anyone want to go? And I was like, me. Like I said me so quickly. I'm so glad I was on my phone. Going to an art auction is something that I've wanted to do for a while. Just the opportunities appearing left and right is crazy. Like the timing is crazy. Now I gotta start saying some crazy shit. Like I'm about to go to my wedding soon. It was so cool because like I wanted to see like, I don't know. I just wanted to see like what the environment was like. What are the types of people going to these things? There was someone selling a triceratops, like a rare mini triceratops fossil.
This is incredible.
It was literally shit you would see from Animal Crossing. I think I also wanted it to prepare me for like Art Basel. Because what I've learned is that the more you expose yourself to, the more you can talk about, the more you can relate to, the more you can connect with. Where I see this all connecting in my head is like, okay, I go to these art auctions, I go to these art events, experiences. When I go to bigger art experiences like Art Basel, who's to say I won't draw on like these past experiences that I have and relate to these people that I meet? And who's to say these people won't be like, oh, well, like, you know, it's funny you say that. There's actually this one thing going on tonight at this one place, you should come. Or, hey, that's so funny. I know this one guy who would love to hear about this. You should come to this event at this time. I feel like exposing yourself to random things, new experiences, novelty, gives you just more in your inventory. Like you're able to whip out more in conversations. You're able to connect like crazier dots with people. And like that's where crazier opportunities come from. All right, let's talk themes of the month. The first one, so obvious. Confidence is a muscle. I went blonde earlier this month. Since that day, I have struggled to adjust to it. Every time I look in the mirror, I'm like constantly adjusting or just feeling a little bit unsure. And I think it's because I don't have the reference point of what I look like and who I am that I've had for the last like 25 years. My relationship with confidence is a little weird. A lot of my confidence stemmed from the external validation I got from guys. Since then, I have grown up to maintain my physical appearance and ride this external validation I receive from the world. Over time, when I kind of got sick of the whole like seeking external validation, random situationship validation thing, I learned how to funnel all that attention kind of inward and focus the maintenance on my inner life. So setting healthy boundaries, creating healthy routines, self-love, being strict with my needs, caring for myself as I would a friend. Like after doing that, I think that's where I started to build a lot of my internal confidence. I guess like leading up to when I decided to go blonde, I was in a really good place. Like to be honest with you, I was feeling really good about myself. But then like after I went blonde, I'm like looking in the mirror now and like not really knowing who I am. And I'm like starting from scratch. Like I'm literally refiguring out how to dress myself, how to wear the right makeup shades. Not that I was getting that far in the first place. I can't just like whip out any outfit in 2 seconds. Like I have to order new stuff. I'm also being crunched under the pressure of budgeting for food, exercise, makeup, healthcare. Like I guess I just didn't realize how much preparation this I don't know. I guess I just didn't realize how much of an adjustment this would be. I feel like I'm off balance a little bit. I think that's the best way to put it. Now I'm like doubting myself every time I'm putting an outfit on. Like now I'm like asking people of their opinions on like what to wear. And like this is something that I took pride in not having to do back when I was brunette. Like I literally start my most popular video saying, I need you to get to a place where you don't have to ask people what they're wearing to the function. I'm asking people whether what I'm wearing should be worn to the function. That's not where I was. Like I feel like if you were to draw like my momentum curve, it'd kind of look like this. And I'm hoping it goes like this. I think what I'm realizing is that I'm leaning on my internal self for the first time, and it's really hard. It's really hard because I'm very much like a you see it and you believe it and you become it person. And so for me to not see it first, but to trust in knowing that I can be it before seeing it is new. That's something new. Every day, multiple times a day, I'm finding myself like questioning whether I feel good. You know, there's growing pains for sure, but I think I can get there. I think being around the right people has helped me a lot. I'm so lucky to have my friends who are so supportive, and like my cousins who are like, here are some YouTube links, like look at people who have the same color scheme as you do and then see what looks flattering in them, see what looks flattering on you. Like take the time to lean into the new look that you're looking for. My entire life, I've just been like relying on neutrals, but I think this is like finally a chapter where I can start like experimenting with color. And I'm excited because like, I think light pink looks good on me now. I also post on TikTok just as like, you know, I use different platforms for different things, and like my TikTok is more so like a group chat for me. And so I posted this one video about like my platinum hair maintenance, and this got like 150,000 views. I did not intend for it to be that popular. I was flooded with comments. Like for what was a video about, you know, how overwhelming and exhausting this is, it ended up being a conversation about how my hair looked on me, whether it was flattering or not, what could have been done better. Beyond that too, like about just like my facial features, my lashes, like everything. Having to rebuild my confidence while also like receiving unsolicited comments about my appearance was so hard. It was so hard. Like I have all these strangers who don't know anything about me, who don't know why I did this, who don't know who I am, just feel like they have the right to just comfortably comment on someone's video and say what they think and just like scroll and move on. Like that one inflection point can amplify into a million other insecurities in my life. And like, I don't want it to get there for me. So like, I mean, I turn the comments off, like I set the boundary for myself, like it's fine. I think dealing with this blow in my confidence has been really, really challenging for me this month. And I'm trying to do everything I can to make it an easier process for me. I try to keep grounding myself in the fact that like, no matter what you do in this life, people will judge you. People will have an opinion, people will think they know what's best for you, and you will even think you know what's best for you. But none of that matters. If people are gonna judge you no matter what, you may as well do it anyways. People are gonna judge you for not doing it too. My second one was being wrong the first time. Okay, so many times this month, I have been like changing my mind, changing course, again, like with the whole like watercolor puzzle thing. I don't know, I've just been more open to being okay with a different answer. I think I've always been like an all or nothing kind of person. Like if I go in with a plan, it has to be the exact result that I was intending, or else like I'm not doing it. Like there was a lot of stubbornness, I think, holding me there. And I think honestly, it's a symptom of like perfectionism and like ego. I think before I was just so hung up on like things having to be the way that I wanted them to be, and changing that up was me like being wrong about something. So I think this month has looked a lot different, and it might be because I'm like retraining my confidence, and it has been like one of the most humbling things I've done to myself. For example, when it comes to hair maintenance, there's so many different products that I just didn't know like where to start or what to try. The amount of product returns I've had to do because I was wrong about them the first time has been plenty. Eyebrow bleach, because I thought I wanted to bleach these, and like I still might want to. These boots that I wanted that ended up not really looking good on me. Also, a lot of regret outfits. I'm like vlogging after the fact and being like, that just did not look good on me at all. Like I cannot believe my vision just did not. Another really interesting one was being wrong about what I thought I wanted in a relationship. So this is a vlog I'm gonna be posting in the next few weeks, but I went on this date last week. One art event that I went to, I think I just had to accept that like perfectionism will ruin everything. If you let it, it will ruin your sense of self, it will ruin your confidence, it will ruin your optimism. Like being okay with changing plans, changing course, being like, okay, you know what, that's a write-off, that was a mistake, next time go with your gut, next time. But okay, so let me get into the product of the month. I'm just gonna say it's my credit card. The amount of money I have been blowing through this month is like despicable. Yeah, Yeah, there's really not much to say to that. I just keep telling me God will provide, and I usually make back the money anyways, so I have a feeling I'll be fine. Okay, let's puzzle a little bit and then talk about what's on the calendar for December and what my intentions are for next month. Let's talk about what is on the calendar for December. Let's talk about that. December, I am back outside. I'm kind of excited. And like, also, I think it's important for me just because like my mom's anniversary is the end of the month. It would be more beneficial to be around people. December's really busy. I'm going to 3 different places. Florida twice, actually. So I'm going to Art Basel next weekend, which I'm so excited for. And I got tickets to see John Summit, which I really, really wanted to do. So I'm so excited it's gonna be during Art Basel. Literally don't know what to expect. I have to figure out my outfits. I ordered a ton of stuff for Black Friday. For most of my traveling this year, I've used a lot of what I already had, but this trip feels a little bit more symbolic to me. So I decided to treat myself and get myself some new dresses. And they're really, really pretty. I need to decide which ones I'm keeping. I need to work on that and just be a little bit more disciplined because I just like hate saying no to myself. Like, why would I ever say no to myself? I want to do some kind of like eyeshadow look. Like as a blonde, I think I need to have more fun. So I think I'm gonna start learning how to do some kind of eyeshadow look. I think like 2nd or 3rd weekend, I'm going back to Florida to celebrate one of my best friends' birthdays. West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale. I think it is. I'm really excited. It's gonna be super, super fun. I'm just sad that our time in New York was so short. We haven't like lived and experienced life together since high school. This is gonna be super exciting. It's gonna be like a lifelong memory. I love that I'm already seeing the growth. Like we're growing up. We're having like destination birthdays now. We're so grown. Oh my God. Like I could only dream of these kinds of things happening. Even in college, you know, it was like, oh, house party or like, let's celebrate shots for our 21st. But this is like different. Like I finally feel like I'm growing up. From Florida, I'm gonna fly straight to Arizona for Christmas time. And this is like perfect because like Arizona is like my safe space and I'll be there with my cousins and family for Christmas, my mom's anniversary, and maybe New Year's. I don't really know yet, but there is this festival in Scottsdale. The lineup is crazy. Like, why are all of these people showing up to Arizona? If you guys are gonna be local, I'm gonna be there too. Like, I wanna see Cascade. Bro, college, like, welcome week. We had Cascade for our block party and we didn't know who he was. I wouldn't have known if $1 million was sitting in front of me. That's what I was listening to when I was doing my lashes. So good. Yeah, if like you're getting into the EDM scene, listen to him. He's really good. My goals for December. The first one is I want to be more present with my loved ones. I am going to be traveling and seeing like some of my most favorite people in this entire world. And I think what I just really want to make sure of is that I'm just soaking up every single minute with them and being where I am. This year, I've learned a lot about slowing down, and it has made me so much happier. Like, you don't take anything with you when you die. Like, all we do in this world is experience and live. So I want to make the most of it when I can. Because, like, I'm at the age now where everyone is just, like, figuring out their own life. You don't get to see everyone all the time, anytime you want. My second one, I know I've been saying this, but I really am going to make it a priority. I'm going to try a new makeup look. It's easy for, like, on the go. And then my third intention is to make a professional connection. So I don't know where this is going to happen. I'm going to say probably Miami. Like earlier this month when I was talking to my friend, she was like, I think you should really take advantage of the people you're gonna be around because they probably all think the way you do. And if you're going after a career in like hospitality or entertainment, it's gonna be the perfect hub. And like this time I have my portfolio ready because of the, when I visited my friend at her office. Last time in Vegas, someone asked me for my portfolio and I wasn't ready, and I don't want that to happen again. I feel good about this. I feel like I'm gonna give it out to a few people and I'm gonna make sure it's ready. So yeah, I wanna meet a professional connection and I wanna see where that goes. But okay, let's start mood boarding. Okay, Pinterest.com, and what I did was I pre-created my December pins around my intentions for this month. But after you do that, you then go to create. Okay, I need like a... Oh my gosh, I love the vibe of this already. It's so pretty. Ah! Like, yes, this is the month I'm having. So pretty. Oh my god, look at my December mood board. I love that you can just click and see exactly what pins I used. Oh my gosh, so cute. Like, look at all of my collages. If you guys want to follow me on here, you guys can use any of the collages I've made already. And I love just seeing how my year has been. I mean, I've only done these resets for like 3 months, but that's December reset. Let me know what you guys are manifesting for. I love the series. I feel like it really has allowed me to show up to life easier, especially in moments where I start questioning like what the point of all of this is. Like, again, my outlook on life has been so fractured, but I think like doing this has just like allowed me to take it one step at a time and like given me a chance to fall back in love with life again. So yeah, excited to see what's to come. Okay, I love you. If you like this December reset, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, bye.